Welcome back. A locally produced podcast is now topping the iTunes charts. It showcases stories about Georgia's cold or forgotten cases.
CBS 46 anchor Karen Greer investigating with this true crime podcast.
The only picture Donna Green has of her son Raymond is one sketched by a forensic artist. The last time she saw Raymond, he was just a few days old. That was nearly 40 years ago.
I would look at other babies and everybody had a baby. I was wondering, was it him?
Raymond was kidnapped by a woman named Lisa, who Green met after giving birth at Grady Memorial Hospital. Green was just 16 years old.
I met a young lady at the hospital. I was standing in the nursery looking at my son, and she walked up to me and asked me which one of the children was mine, and I pointed at my son.
Green's story is the heart of a new podcast, shedding light on the Grady baby abductions. Raymond was one of 7 babies born at the hospital who were abducted between the late 70s and mid-90s. 2 have never been found.
This is not so much the answer to a mystery as it is the presentation of a problem most of us never knew existed.
This is The Fall Line.
Laura Norton and Brooke Hargrove are the hosts of the Fall Line podcast series, which explores the disparities in how cases of disadvantaged people are handled.
Race plays into it, class plays into it, size of city, availability of law enforcement, availability of media, what the media thinks people in the town will be interested in.
Norton, a senior lecturer at Georgia State and a true crime fan, says the podcast was inspired by the disappearance of the Millbrook twins, 2 15-year-old black girls from Augusta who went missing in 1990.
It was the kind of thing you can't let go, the kind of thing that keeps bothering you until you do something about it.
She and Hargrove, a licensed counselor, spent thousands of hours and months researching, interviewing family members, and pouring through documents and missing persons databases.
There's always a little bit of trepidation when I first contact someone. I don't want to be intrusive, but I have found that every family and person that we've contacted has been so appreciative. They want a platform. They want to be able to tell their story.
The Fall Line's first season has been downloaded nearly 3 million times and was number 4 on the iTunes download list. Norton says keeping a spotlight on undercovered cases has led to a renewed interest.
Our listeners have been very involved. They raised $8,000 reward for the Millbrook twins. They funded a billboard in Augusta when the police declined to announce the reward.
Something they hope will happen in season 2 with Raymond Green's case.
I think people will be shocked and surprised. These are things that might have landed in the media if they had happened in a different hospital in a different area of town.
Donna, do you think because you were a young black mom, police really didn't take your case seriously?
Definitely. Definitely, I feel like that. I was poor, I was young, and I was black, and I was staying in the projects. All those things was counted against me for them to help me out. And I think if the situation had been turned around and things had been different, I would have got way more help than I did get.
By the way, Green became an advocate for missing persons, and she's now working with Atlanta police to revisit Raymond's case. Now, a spokesperson for Grady Memorial Hospital tells us they can't comment on the abductions as none of its current staff worked during the years they occurred. For CBS 46 News, I'm Karen Greer.
Fascinating. Maybe this will break forth some new information, get people talking.
Just cannot imagine after all these decades.
Yeah, parents' worst nightmare.